What's going on, guys? All right, so yeah, it has been a minute since I posted a video. Um, just allowing life to happen naturally. And for me, I don't feel a need to post as consistent as a lot of these YouTubers do. Um, the only time that I'll pretty much post is if there is something that I feel is needed or something that I kind of want to share with those who view this video. Now, this particular video is going to be more so for my sisters, my melanated sisters. And the reason why I felt the need to post this video is because of a conversation that I just recently had with my blood sister, and me reflecting back on a situation that I had in relation to what she was discussing with me. And I know that the mere fact that she's going through it, I've experienced it. A lot of you also have experienced this. And I feel like what I'm going to discuss with you, it is something that we as melanated beings, divine beings, need to have an understanding of, and knowing how to reclaim our power as divine women. Because we as women, the power in which we possess has been dulled by this male patriarchal society. It has been dulled by religion, okay, certain sects of religion. And because of that, we lost who we are as women. We've been given a certain role that we are to play as women, and not the true role in which we are to be in as divine melanated women or beings. So what I want to discuss with you guys now, if any men happen to come across this video, if you find yourself in a situation like this, and if it's take it how you feel to take it, okay? But this is really for my sisters. So the conversation in which me and my sister was having, I won't go into full details, but it was based on someone that she dealt with in the past. And they got separated. I won't go into details on that. But yet she felt the need to hold on to this past, I'm going to call it past energy. She's holding on to hope that things could possibly work out. But her body, her mind, her intellect is giving her all the signs that she needs to tell her that this past energy is no longer suitable for where you are and where you're going. And it frustrated me because I know my sister. I know how she is. And this particular individual, just by the short, brief moment that I had in meeting him or spending a little time around him, and, the conversations that she was having with me, but it was more so for myself. I kind of picked up on this person's character, and I never liked him from the beginning, and I told her that. But a lot of times, we as women, we try to hold on to past energies. And when I say energies, I mean men, I mean relationships, connections, whatever label you want to give it. We hold on to the past because it's comforting, it's familiar. And we don't want to go through the whole process of trying to introduce ourselves to someone new and trying to get to know someone new, because it takes work, it takes time. And for some of us, we hold on to the past because we fear being alone. Okay. We fear the uncertainty. We feel like, okay, well, if I let this go, what will happen? Will I find someone else? And I know right now, honey, in this dating pool, baby, it's toxic as fuck. Okay? Men are not built psychologically like they were built in the past. Men are completely different. Okay? Men aren't men anymore. Now, this is not to say this goes to all men, because I know myself, all men are not the same. There are still some decent men out here who's worth giving a shot to, but it's like so far few in between. Okay? But a lot of times we hold on to these past relationships because, like I said, we fear uncertainty. Or we hold on to the potential. Holding on to potential can be very detrimental to our mental and emotional and possibly even physical well-being, depending on that man. So our reasons for holding on to past energies can do us more harm than good. A past person is a past person for a reason. And oftentimes, we as women, we tend to forget. We hold on to all the loving memories that we may have had with this individual. Or if we're still in communication with the person, they tend to feed us the good parts of the relationship. And now I'm going to speak from my own personal experience on this one as well. I met someone, well, I won't say I met them, but I had reconnected with someone who I knew back in the early 90s. Okay, now I haven't heard from this person in over 20 something years. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, this person pops up in my DM. Now, when I seen this, and I actually spoke to this person, because when I recognized who they were, it's like something shifted in me. I felt a sense of anxiety come over me like I've never felt before. It was like I had so many mixed emotions. It was fear, it was rage, it was, happiness. It was, any emotion that you can think of, I felt it all at one time, to the point where this brought me to tears. And I had to sit and I had to think about that for a moment. Like, why am I feeling the way that I'm feeling about this situation? That was my body responding to this and letting me know that, hey, move with caution with this situation. Okay. But of course, me being a woman at that time, I'm still a woman, I'm just saying, me in the mindset that I was in at that time, it's like I ignored those red flags or those warning signs that my body was giving me. So I pursued, and kind of opened the door just to see what this person was all about, to see if this person had truly changed from how they were in the past. I figure, okay, we are adults now, you know, because at that time I was in my early teen, well, no, late teens. About 18, 17, 18, somewhere up in there. I still don't know nothing about nothing at that age. So I figure, okay, with the age I am in now and the age that he is now, you know, we've had time to grow and evolve. So I thought. I know I did on my part. So me having this, I'm like, okay, well, maybe, you know, we can talk and kind of see where things goes. The more I talk to this person, the more my body was giving me those warning signals like, don't do it. This is not it. This is not it. But because this person was familiar, it was someone I knew of and knew of me, how I was, I figured, you know, it couldn't hurt. You see what I'm saying? So we were making plans for me to go see this person in another state. And at the time, I was in this group, I'm going to say. And I spoke to one of the mothers there, and I told her of the situation because I trusted her. You know, I confided in her. I saw her as a mother. And she was like, don't you jump up and leave the moment this man calls for you. You let him come to you. And I sat and I thought, I was like, well, you know what? You're right. She is right. She's like, because you don't know what you're going to get into. You haven't seen this man in such and such amount of years. You don't know what type of state of mind this man is in. And you're up there. I'm like, you know what? You're right. So I declined the offer to come up there or to go up there. And I told them that, hey, if you want to see me, you have to come and see me. So they weren't too happy with that. But, you know, they kind of brushed it off. You know, they kind of wanted to keep that line of communication open. So the communication between us was very sporadic. I might have talked to him once a week or maybe once every 2 weeks, whatever the case may be. Right then and there, that was a telltale sign. So we're conversating, and the things that he was saying, you know, when it came to women, and the passion that he was expressing when it came to women, it was more of someone who wanted to dominate and control a woman, who wanted a woman to submit. This is the type of energy that I was getting from the things that he was saying. And me being how I am, I've grown, I've evolved. I come to accept myself and realize that I don't need a man. If I choose a man, it's because I want that man and not because I need him. And that is a state of mind that we as women, we have to come to. Yeah, we need men for certain things, you know, that we as women, we can't do. There are certain things we can't do that men can do. But for overall, for our state of happiness, our state of peace, even for some of our stability, we don't need a man. It's about a want. There's a huge difference between needing a man and wanting a man. And see, this was the type of mindset this past person of mine had. That women need men. And when a man has, and also the man that my sister was dealing with, he had this mindset that women need men. And when a man has a mindset that a woman needs him, he tends to move differently. He tends to move in a way of not putting forth too much effort. Okay? He'll do the minimum, enough to keep you interested. Okay? They'll feed you breadcrumbs. They'll move inconsistently because this male patriarchal society has fed them lies, has boosted their ego to make them think that they are the prize. Men are not the prize. And I'm going to go as far as to say women are not the prize either. It's all about coming to a mutual balance. Because in the scheme of things, we benefit from each other. Not one benefit more than the other. We benefit from each other. It's like the polarity. It's like the yin and the yang. It's the hot and the cold. Okay? It's the opposites. You can't start a car with just having the positive cable connected. It's not going to work. You can't start a car with just having the negative cable connected. It's still not going to work. In order for that car to start, you are going to need the negative connection and the positive connection in order for that car to start. And it is the same way when we're dealing with the male and the female. So we have been told a lot of lies on both sides. Okay, I'm not biased because I'm a female. We have been told a lot of lies on both sides. Okay, you have this group of people that says, you got the feminist movement that tells us, we can do bad all by ourselves. We don't need no man. Da 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 da. And the truth, to a certain degree, no, we don't need a man for us to feel accepted, loved, wanted, appreciated. We don't need a man for that. Okay? We have to do that on our own. That comes from self. Because when you look for a man to provide you with those things that I just named, you are essentially giving your power away. For the mere fact, no man can make you feel loved. No man can make you feel accepted. No man can make you feel valued. Yeah, he can feed you some crumbs or whatever, and you feel okay for the moment. But for the long haul, no, that's a lot of responsibility on this man. And that is a standard that he cannot hold up to. It's impossible because he's not you. And it goes vice versa. A woman can't be all that a man needs. He has to know what he needs and who he is within himself and be comfortable within his own autonomy. That is nobody's responsibility to make you happy, to make you feel loved, to make you feel accepted, to make you feel validated, appreciated. Though those things are nice, they're being appreciated, and every now and then you might get a little praise or whatever, but too much flattery is not a good look. Okay? And it's somewhere, and I tend to go to the Bible, but it's somewhere in the Bible that even talks about the whole flattering of the tongue. You have to be careful with that. Okay? So when you hold on to, or when you feed into past energies, you have to take a step back and ask yourself, what is it about this person that I feel I need in order to make me feel complete? Keep in mind, can't nobody complete you but you. Okay? What was so great about this person that I feel that I want to revisit this whole situation. Remember, a past person is a past person for a reason. And if you truly taken the time out to do work on yourself internally, like seriously, when you come into contact with this past person, you're going to see, and it never fails. It never fails. This actually happened to me more than once, where a past person tried to come back, and there was some time in between. And each time, I saw that this person had not grown. The only reason why past people come back is because they realize that what they had with you, especially if they were the one to break things off, okay? And sometimes even if you broke things off, it just depends on the situation. That what they had with you, it was something different than what they are experiencing in their current phase of life. And they want to revisit those moments, okay? And sometimes the past come back because they feel if they can reopen this door, then that's a boost on their ego. Men and women have an ego, okay? It's not just a male thing. It's a human thing. It's a boost on their ego. I was not intending to make this video long, but right now I am over 21, almost 22 minutes in, but whatever. Hopefully this is helping somebody out there. So people come back for different reasons. And most of the time, from my past experience, I realized that the past needs to be just where it is in the past. I'm moving forward. If you're moving forward in your life, okay, you're moving forward, what is the purpose of you looking backwards? What's the purpose of that? Because if it was meant for that past person to be in your life, then you will still be in that connection with this person and you will be moving forward together. Versus this person being here and you're going this way. Because again, most of the time, past people do not change. And the reason why there was a break is because there was something that you recognized within this person that no longer aligned with who you are or who you were and where you're trying to go. No matter what the situation is and what may have happened. You see what I'm saying? So when people break, I feel like there's always a level of growth that's in the middle. That was like a determining factor. Okay? So as women, we have to learn how to let the past be the past. Okay? And learn how to trust ourselves. Listen to ourselves, because your body is going to let you know. If you are in tune with your body, it is going to let you know whether or not you should relive this situation with this person. It's going to tell you. You just have to pay attention. But most of the time, what we do is we reflect on the good memories that we had. And because we're reflecting on the good memories that we had, we have now dulled our senses to pick up on the warning signs our body is giving us. Those little butterflies that you feel in your stomach, that is not always a good sign. That's not a good sign at all. That's your body cautioning you to let you know, no, don't go that way. Stay far away as you possibly can. Because typically, when you're connecting with a person that is your body that is meant for you, you're going to feel a sense of peace. And this is what I was telling my sister. You're going to feel a sense of peace, okay? There's not going to be any confusion. You see what I'm saying? There's not going to be any sense of anxiety that you feel. There's not going to be any fear. There's not going to be any worries. You're going to be at peace with the whole situation. When your body is letting you know, okay, this person is a go. Now, that's not to say that every time you feel like a warning, that just let it go. No, that's sometimes you have to move, that those warning signs is sometimes a cautioning sign to move slowly. Tread carefully with that situation and kind of let things unfold. Because in time, things will reveal itself. People will tell on themselves, even past people. In the beginning, y'all first get together, oh, it's going to seem so wonderful. You know, oh, I miss you, da 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 da. And you reminiscing on the past, you know, all the good times y'all had. But as time goes on, those little things that they used to do that annoyed the hell out of you, and even those things that cause you to walk away, are going to resurface. But if it doesn't come back, and it's not going to always come back in the way that it did in the past, it's going to be different. It's going to be different signs, but the same type of energy. You see what I'm saying? So you have to pay attention. Don't get thrown off by those butterfly feelings or the past memories, the good memories. No. Throw that mess out the window. Treat this person as if they're new. Okay? And when you're with someone new, you move cautiously. So I was giving my sister, I didn't tell you guys everything that I told my sister, but based on the things that she was telling me, I'm like, sis, you need to shut this door completely. You need to put locks, chains, burn the door down. Don't open that door. Do not relive this situation. Because sometimes when you relive a past situation, you give a past person another chance, you will leave that situation worse off than before. You will. And you might not bounce back from that. And that's what I told her. You might not bounce back from this. You see what I'm saying? Because especially if you've given yourself time to like really grow and learn who you are, and you allow yourself to fall backwards, it's going to be hard to bounce back. Because that person knows you, your little quirks. You see what I'm saying? And because they know, they've experienced you, those triggers, they'll know how to pull your strings in such a way to pull you in just enough to keep you. And when they have you, they can play on your emotions as much as they want. That push and pull. They'll do that push and pull because they know what it is you like. So going back to the past, it's not a good thing. They're your past for a reason. So you have to step in your power, step in your own autonomy. Become comfortable with your own company. Okay? Become so evolved that even your past won't try to come back. Because see, a lot of what we don't realize, a lot of these, what we're dealing with people, it's energy. It's energy. We're nothing but energy. And when you are at a high energetic level, a high frequency, a high vibration, those things that are on a lower vibration, is going, your energy is going to repel them. They're not going to even come your way because they can't function properly. They know that they can't manipulate. They can't control. They can't dominate. You're too strong. If anything, you'll end up transforming them. But they could never come to a place where they break you. You see what I'm saying? So you have to work on yourself to get to that level. Whereas the past won't even think twice about even coming your way. And after the last conversation that I had with my past person, I kind of let them know, like, I'm not the person that you knew when I was 18 years old. I'm a grown-ass woman. I evolved. I know who I am. I know my value. I know my worth. And I will not submit to no man. I don't need a man in order to feel whole, happy, accepted, validated, appreciated. Because I give that to myself. So you're going to either come correct, bringing something of substance, or don't come at all, basically. I haven't heard back from them. And I'm cool with that. And a lot of times, when you've gone through the process of growth, when you've taken those steps to grow, you are going to be tested. The universe will test you to see if you're true to your journey of growth and evolving. You will get tested. And your past will be your very test. He was my test. And like I told my sister, this man is your test. Because they had a lot of time apart. And she had a lot of time to really reflect and do some inner work. And we've had conversations, and I know she's grown. She really has blossomed into a different person. And she has more to go, like I told her. But she's not where she used to be. And so to see if she's serious about this growth, evolving, this person is your test. Your past is your test. Are you going to pass the test or are you going to fail? And in failing, there's not always a remake of your test. You might be stuck there. So that's something to think about as well. Choose yourself first, more than anything. Reclaim your power as a divine being, as a divine feminine woman. You possess more power than you realize. And it was this patriarchal society's job to suppress the feminine power that balanced everything out. Reclaim that which was stolen, or reclaim that which was suppressed. You owe yourself that. And in doing so, you have to leave your past in the past. Because your past is a past for a reason. And until the next video, peace.